Hey, it's your coach, Laurie McNaughton, coming to you again with another quick video. This one should be shorter than the last one. And this one is about the top 10 tips on leadership, things that you can start doing tomorrow that will radically change your leadership style. The first one, tip number one, is to talk about the future. Leaders get their teams involved in the future. They get them excited about the future. They get them excited about what the company wants to accomplish. The other thing you want to do as a leader is to always be teaching something to everyone. You want a team of people who are eager to learn and eager to perform and eager to become the best that they can be. So take some time every day to teach somebody something. The other thing that you can do on a regular basis, a third tip, if I could call it that, would be to seek out new ideas from your team. Engage with them, ask them questions about, what could we do that would make us more productive, more efficient. What could we do that would engage the team more, help the team grow and become the best that they can be. The fourth thing that you can do is randomly talk to somebody and tell them that they're doing a good job. People love to know that they're doing a good job. I got to say that, after 20 years experience working as a business coach, 20 plus years now, it's 20, almost 20 and a half. Too many leaders in small business sort of have a gotcha kind of style of leadership, and that is that they don't say anything to their team about doing good work. But once they catch them doing something that they didn't like or something that went wrong, they jump all over them. That's sort of the gotcha style of leadership. You want to, as Stephen Covey talks about in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, is make deposits in the emotional bank account, meaning randomly just tell people they're doing a good job. And then, if in the future you need to admonish them for something, then it's not such a big hit on them. The other thing is business can be very intense at times, and you can easily get fired up, passionate about things, and it can flip over into anger. The main thing is if you feel like you're getting angry or frustrated, uh, extract yourself from the situation, allow yourself to calm down. If you did happen to blow a gasket and say something, don't be afraid to come and talk to people and say, hey, listen, I'm a human being. I make mistakes. Just like you, I make mistakes, and I apologize for that. The other thing you can do on a regular basis is to meet somebody new in your organization. I remember a time I was working for Parkland Industries, and Jack Donald was the CEO of the company, and we were at a Christmas party, and he just came over to me and started talking to me about the work that I was doing, uh, appreciating the work that I was doing, talking about the vital role that I played in the company, stuff like that. I'd never met him before that. It meant a lot to me at that particular time, and my commitment to the company went up dramatically after having that conversation. Also, find a reason to say yes to people. Find a reason to say yes. That meaning that if somebody comes to you, or encourage people to come to you with ideas, but find a reason to say yes and follow through on it. Because one of the challenges, and I see this all the time with clients when I start working with them, is they get lots of great ideas from their team, but because they are so sort of underwater, if I could call it that, in terms of overwhelmed by everything that they need to do, those ideas just fall by the wayside. Um, Take an idea from somebody and say yes to it and implement it and help. This will, help engage your team and they'll come up with more ideas. Remember, you need to be spending more time working on your business than in your business. And part of working on your business is making sure that you're working with and talking to your team on a regular basis. So don't be afraid to say yes to people, but make sure you follow through on it. The other thing that you can do on a regular basis is to actively listen to what people are saying. So, what does that mean, actively listen? Again, with my experience, not just in my business coaching career, but also in prior to that in business, is that too many people, when they're having a discussion with somebody, they're not listening to what the other person's saying. They are just waiting for the other person to stop talking so that they can interject and say what they want to say. And I even catch myself doing this every once in a while. And I can say that on more than one occasion, I'm working with partners. I've had a situation where an argument breaks out between the two partners, and I'm the only one that's listening to what they're saying. And so then I just say, okay, everybody just stop for a second. And I say, person A, you explain what it is that you're trying to say. Person B, your job is just to listen to what that person is saying. And then they find out that they're actually arguing about, they're actually saying the same thing and arguing about it, which is humorous, but troublesome at the same time, because people's relationships can blow up over a misunderstanding. So, as Stephen Covey said, seek first to understand and then to be understood. So, if you're actively listening, you might say, you said something about this. Can you tell me more about that? Like, ask questions that drill down into it, because then you'll learn what people are really mean by what they're saying. Because that first level of communication, there's so many gaps in that between, what they're trying to say and what is actually being said. So make sure that you actively listen. And the other thing is to be enthusiastic about things. Energy transfers. If you're enthusiastic about things, I'm sorry, but your team is going to be enthusiastic about things. So don't be afraid to show some enthusiasm, some positive energy, because that positive energy, like I said, people will start to engage with it versus the negative energy. And this just helps everybody in the whole organization. And the last tip that I'd give you, the sort of 10th thing that you can start doing tomorrow, is to have fun. Um, there's no reason why business can't be fun. There's no reason why business can't be fun. And yet, uh, again, with my experience, and a lot of my experiences working with construction companies of every ilk, from electrical contractors to drywallers to insulators to roofers to plumbers, the whole 9 yards. And it's sort of head down, let's just get the work done. And there's no fun There's no fun happening in the organization. So, find a way to have fun with people. Find a way to make people laugh. The more engaged they are from that perspective, the more loyal they'll be, and ultimately the harder they'll work. So those are sort of the top 10 leadership tips that I can give you today that you can start using tomorrow. Before I go, subscribe to this channel. I'm doing videos on a pretty regular basis here. They're all a little short. I try to keep them short. Some of them are a little bit longer, but I want to keep them short with some valuable information that you can really start using in your company just right away. So subscribe to the channel. If you would like to know more about what it would be like to work with me, go to lauriemcnaughton.com and just scroll down the page at the bottom. There's a link in the calendar there for a 15-minute discovery meeting. I've said this in every video. If you've watched other videos, you've heard me say it. Literally, in that 15 minutes, I want to know, is the challenges that you're facing something that I can help you with? And secondly, are you somebody that I could work with? And for you, am I somebody that you could work with? If we all agree that at that point that, yeah, there's some opportunity for us to work together to solve some of these challenges, we'll book a much longer, hour-long complimentary coaching session where my job is to drill down and find out what the cause is. So symptoms, as I've said over and over again, symptoms could be we're not profitable. Symptoms could be we have high turnover of people. Symptoms could be I'm working way too many hours and I'm getting burned out. So I need to drill down and find out what the causes are. And then I'll talk about the solutions. And if we agree that the solutions will work for you, we'll talk about what the return on investment is, because obviously what I do is not inexpensive. And I want to make sure that you 10 times your investment in any coaching program that you might decide to pick and choose on. So thanks again for listening. Book that 15-minute discovery meeting. As my mom always used to say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Take care and have yourself a great day, and I wish you much, much success.